Hi everyone, welcome to your practice. I'm Raquel, and in this mini practice we're going to focus on revolving towards the front legs. We're going to do a bunch of poses, a bunch of twists that offer us some containment so we can find more space through our thoracic spine. And today we're going to need the wall. We're going to use the wall as one of our main props. Also 2 blocks and a strap. So go ahead towards the wall and let's start with a side bend. Bring your right hand aligned with your right shoulder. And then your feet can be a little bit away from the wall. So you're kind of leaning towards the wall. With the heel that is on the wall, push the wall away, and then the left arm goes up. And then you do your first side bend just to warm up side body. Continue to reach to the fingers, and now can you also reach your hips away from the wall? And chances are you're going to feel the whole left side opening up, lower back, side body. And then all the way up. Release. Just turn around, do your other side. Now that left hand is on the wall, you walk the feet out a little bit. The right arm goes up. And then notice here, because side body is tight, if you're doing a back bend right away, so keep the back bend off of your side bend for now. Hand that is on the wall pushes the wall. The hips move away from the wall. Good. Another big breath here. And then slowly all the way up. Turn to face the wall. Let's do down dog. So first you do your chaturanga arms. So the forearms are perpendicular to the side of your body. And then you allow the hands to touch the wall. And then you walk yourself back into dog pose. If you know your upper back tends to be on the tight side, maybe you walk your hands a little bit more up. So instead of being that or having the 90-degree angle, you're going to be more on a slant. And, maybe this is where you want to work today. The ears are aligned with your upper arm bones. You press the hands against the wall. Reach the sitting bones back away from the wall. And then you notice that the more you push the wall pushes you back. So this is wonderful. It gives you resistance to really open through the whole of your body. Another breath here. And then as you exhale, swing your hips a little bit to the right. So you're bending the right knee. And then center, you swing the hips to the left. Good, back to center, bend both of your knees and walk yourself forward towards the wall. Okay, start to address legs. So you have your 2 blocks. Let's have your left foot forward in between the blocks and your right leg back into pyramid legs. This is a shorter stance. And all of your toes are facing the front of your sticky mat. Most of us would benefit from a lot of height on our hands. If you know that your hamstrings are open and your fingertips touch the floor, you can do that. If you want more support, use your blocks. Press the hands down, lengthen up to the spine. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Press the front big toe down, the front heel down. And now spread the front toes. Can you lift the ball of the front foot up towards the ceiling so only your front heel is on the floor? And then you bring that foot back down. On the breath, just 2 more times like this. Inhale. The toes, the ball of the foot up, so only your heel is down. Exhale, down. And then last time, it goes up. And then down. Okay. Now look to the block that is under your right hand and walk that block a little bit to the left. Okay? Bend your front knee, bend your back knee for now. And see if you can slide the front foot on the outside of the block that is under your right hand. So this is a nice twisted position. Feel free to have the knees bent as you walk the back foot a little bit back. And your back heel is going to touch the floor now. Touch the wall. It's going to touch the wall. You keep that leg straight. You keep the front knee straight. And then it always helps to have the hands or even more height. So here I am on the ridges of the fingers lengthening forward. And squeeze the inner thighs together as you reach the left hip back and your right hip forward. If you're not feeling something, leave it on the comments. Let me know. Because this is pretty sensational for a lot of people. It's opening the lateral board of the thigh, IT band, outer hip. 1 more breath here. And then you bend the front knee, back knee. Just step it forward and release the leg. Same thing, other side. Now your right foot is forward in between the blocks. you find your pyramid legs position. Lengthening first. I think this is one of my favorite hamstring stretches. Really gets in there, the whole back of the leg. Some of you might be feeling your calf. That's fair game. Or for most people, back of the knee and back of the hamstring. As you inhale, bring the toes up, dig the heel into the earth. And exhale, bring the foot back down. 2 more. Inhale up. And then down. And last one all the way up. And then back down. Bend the front knee, bend the back knee. The block that is under your left hand, walk it a little bit to the right. And then let's slide that foot on the outside of the block that is on your left. And let's see if we can slide the back heel back so it's touching the wall right at the baseboard. So ball the foot is on the floor, the heel is against the wall. And then one more time, dig the front heel, right hip goes back, left hip forward. As best you can, keep the front leg straight, the knees straight, the quad straight. As you lengthen, get that spine nice and long, almost as if your heart when it's touched the front of your mat. Another big breath here, feel what's going on the outer leg. This gets everyone. Last big breath. And then we release. Bend the front knee, bend the back knee. And just get out of there. So find yourself in an Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, bow over your legs. Good. From here, lengthen the spine again. And bend both of your knees. Bring your knees back down. Let's have the right foot forward in between the blocks. And then straighten the back leg so you find high lunge legs with the legs. Kind of in this shape. The blocks are aligned with the feet. You have the spine nice and long. Okay, now that you're here, bring the back knee down. Come all the way to upright. And we're going to big old twist. So 2 options. Option number 1, you either place the elbow, your left elbow on the outside of the thigh. Or if you know you have more space, you're going to try to slide all the way down to the armpit. But know that if you go all the way down with the armpit, you're going to have less space to rotate. So it's your choice, okay? I'm going to be up here because I like to have space. Fill the palms. Press the top hand and the bottom hand. And go ahead and look down to the front foot. And then straighten your back leg. So revolving towards the front leg. Because you have the wall, you have a little bit more support. So with the heel, dig it against the wall. And then reach through the spine, squeezing your thighs together and send the outer right hip down towards the floor. And then the top hand, keep revolving to your right. And then maybe we open the arms up. Maybe the top fingertips touch the floor, maybe not. If you have your balance, you can start to gaze up towards the ceiling. Maybe with the corner of your eye, you can gaze at those fingertips. And then slowly with control, you look down, hands to blocks as you unwind. And then your back knee down. Back into hands and knees. Just where you are, inhale up into cow. And then down into cat pose, just to give the spine a break. Same thing on the other side. Place the left foot forward in between the blocks. And now the right leg goes back, so you have this high lunge position. This is a starting position. Back knee now goes to the floor as you come to upright in your low lunge. So go ahead and do the same variation you did on the first side. So either elbow down or the armpit all the way down. Wherever you are, fold the palms, lengthen the spine. Look down to the front foot for added stability as you straighten your back leg. And then I like to slide the ball of my back foot back towards the wall to have a lot of support. Notice that you're not hanging out on your front leg. So really squeeze the left butt towards the right. Revolve yourself to the left towards the front leg. Squeezing, stabilizing, crown of the head reaches. And then maybe open up through the arms. Maybe not. Maybe you want to stay with the hands clasping in front of the heart. And then maybe you gaze up towards the ceiling. So notice the wavering. One more breath. And then you unwind, look down, allow the hands to touch the blocks, and then the back knee to the floor, the front knee to the back. Inhale up into cow, and exhale down into cat. Good. From here back to center. And grab one of your blocks and place it close to the wall. Have the left side of your body facing the wall. So I'm gonna start with my back to you for a moment, just so you see the placement of the hands. And then cross your legs so your left knee brushes against the wall. So there's a contact of your left knee with the wall, just crossing the legs. Bring the fingertips behind you, lengthen your spine. And then go ahead and revolve. Bring your right hand towards the knee that is towards the wall. And lengthen up through the spine. And now with your left hand, at the height of your left shoulder, place the hand on the wall. So it's not here in front of your face. It's not all the way out. It's not up here. So almost like chaturanga arms, but a little bit wider. So lengthen up through the spine. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, press the hand against the wall as you try to revolve the very middle of your chest to the left. I really like using the wall to twist. It gives us support, something to push against. So right now, both of your arms are super active. And don't be too caught up on how much you are able to twist or not. Probably a good idea to kind of back off the intensity so you can be in this shape. Again, we're revolving towards the front leg, which right now is your left leg. Opening, unraveling that spine. And as you inhale, come back to center, each hand to each knee. Feel the twist as you come out of the twist. And let's do the other side. So now the right side of your body is towards the wall. And then as you cross the legs, your right knee is going to brush towards the wall. Fingertips behind you, lengthen your spines. And then you twist, the left hand goes towards the knee that is touching the wall. And now your right hand, kind of gecko hands at shoulder height. Inhale first. And then as you exhale, press the hand against the wall and try to revolve your chest towards the wall. Maybe one day the chest is going to be square to the wall. We don't know. But that's kind of the direction we're going. And then as always, notice if you're using the wall to be way too aggressive, which sometimes happens. So can you perhaps back off 20% of your twist and enjoy the gentle support of the wall? And notice if the wall is helping you, where is it in your spine and the muscles that run along the spine that you're able to find a little bit more rotation, more movement, more sentience. Another breath here. And then as you exhale, release and come back to center. Feel the twist. Good. Let's come up to standing. You're going to need both of your blocks now. Actually, grab your strap. So grab your strap first and make a loop with your strap. We're going to revolve standing. So you're going to stand on your right leg and loop the ball of your left foot. So a couple things about what we're going to do right now. If when you bring the leg up on the wall, because you want to have this beautiful 90-degree angle, your pelvis tucks in, this is not going to serve you. So feel free, especially if your hamstrings are on the tighter side, slide the foot maybe halfway down the wall and do make sure that this leg is straight. And then look to the bottom heel. I'm noticing that this heel is kind of behind me. So go ahead and walk the standing foot a little bit forward towards the wall again. You loop the foot, and there you are. You can either hold the side of the strap, or you can hold the loop, okay? Your choice. So start with the left hand on the hip, lengthen up through the spine. When you start, your hip points are facing the wall. But we're revolving towards the front leg. So the heels, both of the heels, press them into the support that they have. And then start to revolve your chest to the left, just like we did in our twist. And now when you do this, you might notice that the left hip goes up. Bring the left hip down, squeeze the inner thighs together. Now I'm noticing I have a little bit more space. I'm going to slide my right hand to the inside of the loop because this works in my body. So no need to effort with that top arm. Lengthen the spine. Maybe bring the left hand to the front of your ribs. And can you continue to revolve the ribs behind you? Squeeze the inner thighs together. And then the last bit, you open up to the arm. Good. Just stay in the shape. Crown of the head moves away from the heel that is on the wall. And then the top hand, which is the left hand, moves away from the heel that is on the wall. One more breath. And then slowly you release. Okay, bend the knee and get out of there. And just stand for a moment. Notice what you just did, how the left side feels. And we're going to do the other side. So notice where your right heel is, and then now that's where the left heel is going to be. As you place the strap around the ball of your right foot, and then the leg goes up again. Be smart about this. Maybe you want to lower the leg down so you keep that alignment. And now the left hand holds the strap. Squeeze the inner thighs together, lengthen the spine. And then start to revolve from the ribs to the right. Maybe it makes sense to walk that hand closer to the foot, but not so you're kind of leaning forward. You're still pretty upright. Squeeze the inner thighs, revolve the chest. And once you feel like, okay, this is my twist, then you open the right arm behind you. We're sometimes very eager to open that arm without having the whole foundation solid. Both of your legs are working. The bottom heel is pressing down, the heel that is on the wall is pushing the wall away, and your right fingertips want to move away from the foot that is on the wall. We're moving force through the body. Feel that. Last inhale. And then as you exhale, come back to center. Bend the knee. And release. Again, feel that. Feel the right leg. And we release the strap. Now you grab your blocks. We're gonna do revolved triangle, which I am aware for most of us, it's hard to feel like a satisfying pose because there's a lot of constriction, but we're gonna go for it. Have the block, first one on the lowest setting next to the wall, and then the second one on the second setting, like on the third setting, like that. Have your left foot aligned with the blocks, and then your right foot is gonna be back. And for today, have your right hip touch the wall. I know it might feel that the wall is coming against you, but you might like this one. Left hand to the hip, right arm goes up. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. And then bow forward until your right hand finds the block. Again, if you know you have more space, maybe the right fingertips are on the floor, but it's always a good idea to have some height under the hands. Now feel the following. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, allow the right hip to slide a little bit down the wall, and notice again how the pelvis is initiating that movement. You revolve towards the front leg to the left into your revolved triangle shape. And just for you to feel the support, can you bring the right shoulder blade towards the wall? And then maybe the left shoulder blade towards, it's gonna be really hard. a left shoulder blade towards the wall. Mine doesn't go, but you just envision that left shoulder blade also touching the wall. Crown the head forward, hug the front, press the front heel down, squeeze the inner thighs, and then the left arm goes up towards the ceiling. So your right hip is on the wall, your right shoulder blade is on the wall. It's okay if it's not. It's just a variation. So here we have more support under our hands with the wall. And maybe you gaze up towards the ceiling. Maybe when you gaze up, the left side of your skull touches the wall. Maybe the top fingertips touch the wall. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, bring that hand to the hips. Square the hips towards the floor. Press the feet down. And then bring yourself up. Same thing, other side. Bend the front knee. Block your support to the other side. Now your right foot is forward, the left foot is back. And your left hip is touching the wall. Left arm goes up towards the ceiling. And then you revolve, you kind of come forward first. The hand touches the blocks. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, the left hip slides down the wall as you revolve your triangle. Front leg straight, lengthen the spine. And now can we have our left shoulder blade on the wall? And maybe the right. Or maybe not. And then the arm goes up. Good idea not to forget the bottom shoulder, which is the left shoulder. So kind of drag that shoulder away from the ear. Maybe as you look up, gaze up through the fingertips. So even though we're using the wall, we're not hanging, yes? So the feet are pressing down, the legs are squeezing, the butts are squeezing, and we're completely revolving around our axis. Our beautiful spine, long, spacious. One more breath. And then as you exhale, bring that hand to the hip. We square our hips towards the floor. And you can bend the front knee and bring yourself up. Good. Last bit of this, last but not least, revolved half moon with the wall and then without the wall. Grab your blocks and then start with the pyramid leg position. Let's have the right foot forward and the left foot back. But as we do this variation, make sure that your back heel is touching the wall. And then the right foot is forward. So this is the starting position. And then those blocks again are kind of framing the front foot. Now you bend the front knee and then we just bring that leg up on the wall. And you might, if you need to readjust here, you readjust. So the legs are doing this nice 90-degree angle. Press the hands down the blocks, lengthen your spine, squeeze in your thighs together and engage your right butt as best you can. And bring your right hand to your sacrum. And then notice here that as you start to twist to the right, the left side of the pelvis drops a little bit. That's fine, as long as you keep your right butt super engaged to stabilize. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then maybe you bring the right arm up towards the ceiling. If that's too much, keep your hand in your sacrum. Wherever you are is fine. And now just for fun, look down first and bring that foot off the wall. You did not come out of your twist. You're still trying to do your revolved half moon. And maybe you gaze to the right and up towards the ceiling. Last big breath. And you release the hand to the block. Bend the standing knee and down into a forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Breathe into the right hip, into the right butt. And then as you exhale, bow over the legs. One more time like this. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale as you bow. Good, bend the knees. Let's do the other side. Now your right foot goes forward. No, it's the other foot. The left foot forward, right foot back. Your right heel is on the between the floor and the wall. You lengthen your spine forward. And bend the front knee, and now the right foot goes up against the wall. See if that heel is aligned with the hip or something like that. Walk your blocks forward. So the blocks are aligned with the shoulders. Right off the bat, squeeze in your thighs, engage the outer hips, and then left hand to the sacrum. And then slide the right hip down as you revolve to the left. You're going to notice as you revolve, we lose the connection of the left outer hip. So keep squeezing that butt as best you can. No one's looking. Do what you can. And now just gaze down towards the floor. Bring the foot off of the wall for a moment. And now play with squeezing the left butt, keeping strong as you revolve to the left. And then maybe bring that arm up. This is a very funky shape. Can we take a breath here with joy? And then bring the hand down towards the floor. Bend the standing knee, and then again, forward fold. Ugh. Inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, bow over your legs. One more time, lengthen the spine. From here, bring your hands to the hips. And bring yourself all the way up. Easy side bend, right hands to the wall again. Give the whole of the side body last juice. And then turn around, left hand to the wall. As we conclude our revolving practice, a little bit more demanding. And then release. Good. Take a moment, see how the side body feels, the spine. And thank you for practicing. Namaste.